Guys, it's the bear. But I'll tell you what, I'm not really getting around, and I don't really understand all this social distancing and amount of customers you can have in shops. I don't understand this whatsoever, mate. Here at work, right, and it's been this way for a long time here at work, we are only allowed to have 3 people inside the shop. 3 people. Can't have any more than 3 people. It says it on the signs, guys. Social distancing laws. We are only allowed to have 3 people in the store. I go down to the garage at Willows to put some fuel in this morning. That shop down there, mate, is twice the size of my serving area in here. Now they can have 10 people inside their little thing, right? 10 people inside their shop. That's twice the size of my place. Then I go across to do some banking at Westpac. And Westpac is 3 times the amount of floor space in that bank than what's in the fucking garage. 3 times. And they're only allowed to have 9 people inside. And I said to the lady, I said, how come you guys are only allowed to have 9? She goes, all social distancing, sir. Coronavirus, sir. I said, I understand that. I said, but how can a garage over there, here at Willows, how can this garage be allowed to have 10 people inside when the floor space that you guys have is twice that of the garage, but you guys can't have as many people? Oh, I don't know, sir. It's just what we've been told to do. No one seems to know. That's the entire point, mate. No one seems to know. Everyone's just going on a guess. Everyone's going on a wing and a prayer, mate, saying, oh, this is the only way you can do it. This is the appropriate way to do this. How many people, like I just went and looked at the news agents next door. They can have 20 people in there. And rightly so, because they're twice the size of the garage. Now, that's my point, mate. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's all guesswork. It's all guesswork. You don't see a sign up outside Bunnings saying, only 476 people allowed in here. You don't go to Woolworths or Coles and see a sign up saying, only fucking 609 people or whatever in there. Equally, you don't go to Willows or Stockland or Castletown or any shopping centre, and there's signs on the front, there's nobody at the front, there's no security with a clicker saying, oh, sorry sir, you'll just have to wait here until we remove one from the store because we're at capacity. So how can these stores have customer bloody levels on the door, mate? How can they say, oh, you can only have 3 in here, mate? Oh, Brumby's here, mate. Upper Ross, only 3. Shell down here, Willows, you can have 10. Westpac, oh, mate, you can only have 9. But the floor planning for these places, mate, the size of the floor doesn't add up to what they're allowed to have in the door, mate. It just doesn't make any sense. And when you ask anybody, no one can seem to explain it, mate. Nobody knows what they're doing. They're all just being told, oh, you've got to do this. And they say, okay, yeah, we'll do that. No worries. But no one's been told sort of the reasoning behind it, mate. It doesn't... How can a place... They can have 10 people, and then you go to a bank that can have twice as much floor space. Oh, they can only have 9. How does it make sense to anybody? How can you go to a shop, several shops, and say, oh, you've got to enter to the left, and oh, you exit to the right? If that was such an important thing, why isn't every shop doing that? But they're not. You don't go into Westpac and enter on the left and exit on the right. You don't go into a Shell service station. You don't come into Brumbies. You don't go into Woolworths. So how is that such an important thing to enter on the left and exit on the right or whatever? How is that such a prime example. Prime example of that is bloody JB Hi-Fi at Willows. How do you have an entrance and an exit only? It's the same fucking doorway. What a piece of fucking cardboard and a little bit of bit of tape, eh? Bit of tape hanging up there is going to keep everybody safe, mate. Like how? How I went to Brothers today, mate. Ooh, you enter in the left and you exit on the right. But no one's out there telling you there's no security out there doing that. So if that was such an important thing, why isn't it being enforced? If that was such an important thing for Corona and such an important thing to keep you and I safe, why isn't it being imposed? I'll tell you why. Because it's not important. That's not an important step. Go to Bunnings, you can only come in this door, sir. Oh, no, you can't go out there, sir. That's an entry only. You must use the exit. Well, why isn't every fucking shop like that then, mate? If that was such an important thing, why isn't every shop like that? I'll tell you why. Because it's not an important thing. I'll tell you why. Because if it was an important thing to have a maximum amount of customers per store, then your Bunnings, or your Willows, or your whatever, would have at the front, sorry sir, you can only come to this Woolworths, we're at 869 people. Can't do it, mate. And say, oh, but it's an essential service. Oh, it's an essential service. That's why they don't have customer numbers on the door. Well, Bunnings is an essential service, but they have a dedicated entry and exit only point to keep you and I safe. Oh, please, when you come to this business, please refrain from using cash for your safety. Oh, I didn't know I was unsafe carrying all this cash around. I just went to the bank and withdrew some cash from an ATM machine. Whoa! Quickly, I need a security guard. I might have Corona. I might be unsafe. Somebody might do me a harm because I have the money. Oh, don't bring your money in here. Oh, it's not safe. None of it makes sense at all. None of it makes sense. And then on top of all this, I'm not even going to get into it, but on top of all this, you have two little old ladies sitting in Melbourne, bloody 5 coppers around them snatching phones and bullying them, and it's out of control, mate. Whole thing's shit. Anyway, sooner this shit's over and done with, mate, the better. We can get back to normal lives, mate. Because this entry only, exit only, 9 people here, 6 people there, don't use cash. None of it makes sense. On the bear, later.